Hello and welcome to today's video. We are here talking about the group stage, the first of 4 group stages for the Overwatch World Cup. I wasn't really sure what I was going to do Overwatch World Cup wise, but when I started watching, I'm like, you know what, let's do 2 separate videos. We're going to do one where we just talk about the matches, and then we're going to do power rankings, where we sort of just talk about the teams in their order and what maps they played, like we did in the Overwatch League. So the first one was in Incheon, South Korea, and they had 6 teams play. So basically, in that, there was 3 teams that were really good, 1 that could be good, and 2 that were not. So when it comes to Overwatch and esports in general, country-wise, you gotta expect South Korea is gonna be the top team, or they're right up there. You look at the Overwatch League, most of the best players, the best teams, New York Excelsior, the champions, London Spitfire, you know, the Korean players, or those teams are all Korean players, but the Korean players tend to stand out in the Overwatch League. So, the same obviously applies in Overwatch World Cup, which actually was before Overwatch League. So, it was a lot different, though, in this tournament. So one thing was, this is the first time I ever watched Overwatch World Cup, because I didn't watch Overwatch esports until the Overwatch League. That's something to note. But obviously I know that South Korea's won the other 2 championships in 2016, 2017. So, can they do it again in 2018? And stay as the only team that's ever won the Overwatch World Cup? I don't know. Maybe. The team's pretty good. So basically, if we click on it, actually, there's information about the team, right? Yeah. Alright, so basically this team, the South Korean team, was a lot of New York Excelsior. Actually, I think 5 of their 7 players were New York Excelsior, and then they had Fate and Carpe. So, they played Carpe, Arc, Jonak, Libero, Fate. That's the players? That's 5. Who else did they play? Mako. That's who else they played. So they just played those 6. They didn't make a sub in at all. Sabio did not play, which is surprising, but guess you can have Carpe and you gotta pick between Carpe, Libero, and Savioli. I mean, there's not really a bad pick there. But either way, South Korea went through the tournament, only dropping 2 maps. So, coming into this group stage in Incheon, South Korea, it was South Korea, Finland, and Russia were like the top ones. Like, 2 of these 3 teams are probably gonna make it out of the group. And then there was talks about Japan sort of being that team that could come in and take one of those spots. And then there's Chinese Taipei and Hong Kong. I don't really know how China is the 2nd highest SR ranked country in the world at the time of this tournament starting, but I guess because Chinese Taipei and Hong Kong don't really count as China. China is its own represented country. They'll be playing in Thailand later, because Chinese Taipei is Taiwan, but for technical reasons with the country, it's part of China, but they're their own thing. So is Hong Kong. So I guess they can represent themselves even though they're part of China. Either way, so those 2 teams were pretty, like, bad. So we look at the second team here, Finland. They only dropped 4 maps. And did they drop those maps against South Korea? I think they dropped... Let's see, where did Finland drop a map? I just want to know. Oh, they dropped a map to Russia. Alright, so Finland dropped 3 to Korea, 1 to Finland. 1 to Finland? Finland dropped a map to Finland. Alright. So Finland only dropped a couple maps. So they were really good. They were 4-1. So, this is the best teams. They came through and they had... Their main 6 players were Overwatch League players, so... Yeah, so that's the thing. They mostly just played the Overwatch League players again. So the top 2 teams were All-Star Overwatch World Cup, Overwatch League teams. Then you had Russia, who was next. They were 12-7. So they dropped a couple more maps. Another dropped one to Japan. They got 4-0'd by Korea. Dropped 2 to Finland. So Russia, though, was supposed to be really good. They went 3-2, only losing to the top 2 teams. But it was really between Finland and Russia who was going to be the other team to make it out of that group. So Finland ended up having one more win than Russia. Russia dropped 2. Finland only lost to Korea. So it's really down to those teams. So next, though, was Japan. Japan, they had their map bracket was 8-12. Their only wins were against Chinese Taipei and Hong Kong, but they had the potential to be that team that could have came in and beat Russia, Finland, and Korea, but they just didn't really do that. Chinese Taipei next, they're 5-15. They only have one win over Hong Kong. And, yeah. So basically, Chinese Taipei and Hong Kong were sort of those guaranteed win teams. There was one player. Was it on Hong Kong? Some crazy, like, sniper guy? Yeah. Mui. Guy's actually kind of crazy. I think a team in the Overwatch League should probably sign him. In my opinion. So, that's that. So that's sort of our recap slight thing of the matches from Incheon, South Korea. The next one that'll be taking place is in Los Angeles, California. So we'll see that. That comes out, that happens in the beginning of September. So it's a couple weeks away. It starts on the 7th. And then they go to Thailand. I don't remember where that is. It doesn't say anymore. But then they go to France. They're going to play in Paris as well. So, that's where the matches are. So we will see what happens in the United States, in Los Angeles, Canada, Austria, America, Brazil, Switzerland, and Norway are all playing in that one. My thoughts on who's going to make it out of that one? Canada, America. They're probably just the best 2 in that group. Obviously, America is in the top 3 in the overall combined SR ratings of countries that make it into the tournament. Because it's Korea, China, America. But the thing is, like, Korea and America didn't really matter where they were because they were host countries. But they, looking at the numbers, are 1st and 3rd. So, probably America will make it out. I mean, most of their players on their team are Overwatch League players. Not like that really necessarily matters, but they're at the highest level of the game. Canada, I'm sure they'll make it out as well. They have a lot of players, also from the Overwatch League. So, that, though, was the recap of Incheon, South Korea for that tournament, or for that stage. And we'll see what else we sort of do with the Overwatch World Cup videos. We do have a power ranking video coming up in just a little bit, where we're going to talk more in-depth about each team and what maps they played and all that, like we do for the Overwatch League. I'm not really sure what else we can do for the Overwatch World Cup. Probably just sort of talk a little bit more about different teams and what's going on. But yeah, we'll see. So, see you guys in the next one. Yeah.